There was a young lass from Thieves Haven who was stranded and did want saving. She was a bit of a flirt and lifted her skirt and it slightly resembled Lord Gaben.
Your me hearties, Captain Falcore here on your #1 stop for Sea of Thieves news, speculation and general rambling.
Hey peeps, what's up? Falcore here. So I thought I would do a video on the Sea of Thieves art book. I've had the lore book for quite some time now and I decided to make a purchase and get the art book. It is a treasure trove full of goodness. I mean, the artwork in this thing is amazing. Now, I'm not going to show everybody everything that's in the art book because, you know, I want you guys to enjoy the art book if you ever want to purchase it. Also, I don't want to, you know, give you a reason not to buy the art book. So I'm just going to go through a few highlights of what I find interesting. So let's get straight into it. First of all, did you know that the pirates were not originally supposed to look the way they did? They had a much more kind of cartoony look to the way that the pirates were supposed to look. These are obviously prototype drawings and concepts made for the game. I don't know about you though, but the pirate on the right there looks absolutely adorable. That's the sort of thing I would have liked to have seen, but I do like the way the game looks now, but just imagine what it would have looked like if all the pirates looked like this. Obviously later on they decided on the current look for the pirates, which I do adore as well. A couple of pictures there for what they look like, and these again are just concept drawings that's kind of finally made it into the game. Also, the concept ideas for the ship designs looked a lot more adorable. I think they were going for a very sort of cartoon look to the game in initial production and ended up making quite a few awesome concept designs for the different ships. A gift shop here, floating gift shop, which is pretty cool. Don't know why it has cannons on the mast. Wouldn't that make it a little bit unstable? Oh well. Some of the ship designs in the book look pretty strange. As you can see, the one at the top there is literally a large floating musket, whereas the handle for the musket is the rudder for the ship, which is a very awesome design indeed. And as you can see, the one to the right here has a paddle, a steam paddle in fact. So they were actually playing with the idea of introducing steam mechanics to the game, which again would have made things a little bit more diverse, but maybe that's something we can see in the future. I don't even know what this is. There's also a area which shows initial design concepts for the different ship types. I'm presuming the one on the top left is the galleon, obviously with the different sail structure than what we have right now. But you can also see a junker and I think a man of war. Not sure what the other ones are. I'll have to do some research into that, but that's pretty awesome. Also, I was very happy to see some more Merfolk design concepts, as I find this species very, very interesting. I wish they would come into the game at some point. Hopefully they will. What's interesting about these pictures is they've obviously put a lot of work into designing these creatures, which means that I think they will eventually be in the game at some point. We currently have the regular mermaids that help us to our ships when we're drowned, but we haven't seen these guys yet, and they look pretty awesome. Also, the original design concept for the mermaids had a lot more depth to them. They were in fact supposed to be scattered around rocks where they would lure the captains of ships into the rocks and, you know, do their nastiness with them. Concept art for this is actually very awesome indeed. I love stuff like this. Something that I would like to see in the game, but unfortunately I don't think this will ever happen, as the last time we saw mermaids, they looked like this. There's also a small part that shows hints as to how the rowboat will be winched onto the back of vessels. Also a quick look at cannon customization here with the high cannon. And also, did you know that the Sea of Souls, aka the place where you go when you die, originally had a lot more lore behind it? As you can see in this picture, there seems to be some sort of tower that is made out of an egg timer. It's very spooky indeed. But there is also artworks of this place having islands, which makes me think that maybe in the future we might see the Sea of Souls open up as an interactable player arena with islands and places to go and explore and more skulls everywhere, as usual. It's definitely something I would like to see. I mean, it's just an awesome concept to think that there would be an area which you have to play in, which would involve you having to die to get there. So, you know, coming back to life would be a bad thing. So like, oh no, don't make me live, please. There is also artwork for a general shop, which appears to have a sign above it with a fish attached, which could possibly hint towards this place being something to do with fishing, which would be cool. Hey, Rare? Can you add fishing? That would be great. Everybody's asking for it. Just add it already. And I don't mean to bore you, but There's a picture of a... Because I said boar, and then because that's a... Oh, God, alright. I guess I've just got to stop monkeying around. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Also, as you can see, here is the crab concept art, which actually made it into the game. As you can see in some of the trailers, the crab appears to be a mysterious fellow. Seems to be popping up in every trailer that we see. What's this, I hear you say? That is in fact the Kraken. That's what the Kraken was supposed to look like in its original concepts. However, now all we see is the tentacles. It would be awesome to see this thing being brought into the game with a full head. Oh god, that would be terrifying. Can you imagine it? And there is a person swimming next to it just to show you the size of this thing. Maybe the Kraken has been disabled because they're working on this. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. Let's see what happens. What's that? It's a fiddle. The fiddle has been kind of in screenshots and stuff. It's never really actually made it into the game yet, and it's an instrument that I would definitely like to see. I would certainly like to blast out a few shanties with that is for sure. Concept art for the chests, and as you can see, that is the Chest of Sorrows, and yes, it is a female Chest of Sorrows. Is interesting. I don't know why they turned it into male. And in the top right there, you can see what I believe to be the original design for the Chest of Legends, which you get when you go on Athena's voyage. But I guess they changed it because, let's face it, that is terrifying. But more interestingly is a region called the Sea of Five Winds, which obviously takes its inspiration from East Asia. There's some very, very nice outfits in this area, which makes me wonder if the Sea of Five Winds is going to be something we'll eventually be getting. I would certainly like to see something like this be added to the game in the near future, as it would also be an indication that they'll be adding the Junker ship type, which is something that I've wanted in the game. There is also another area called the Sea of Sorrow, which appears to be kind of a gothic-y Castlevania type looking area, but as you can tell by the art design for the clothes, it definitely has a kind of gothic feel to it. So that pretty much wraps up what I'm going to show you. If you want to purchase this book, I will put an Amazon link in the description below so you can have a look. It's definitely a very nice purchase indeed. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please go ahead and hit that like button. And if you really enjoyed the video, then please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And hell, click the bell as well, so you're always informed of Sea of Thieves news, speculation, and any other random guff that I might upload. Until next time, everybody, take it easy. Happy sailing. Bye-bye.